All right, welcome in. Here we go. We're looking at the top ranked hitters by the experts, consensus rankings on FantasyPros. We just finished out with the top 70. This video is 71 to 75. I just wanted to give a quick update. Next off season, I'm going to start this a lot earlier. That way I can get through a lot of these hitters. But I am starting to feel a little cramped on time, with some people already having drafts coming up. My league, personally, we wait until like the weekend before the season starts to draft. So I still have about a month to prep. But I want to get out some videos with starting pitching rankings. I want to get that going soon. So what I'm going to plan to do is round out the top 75. So we'll get through Oscar Mercado here. But I'm going to continue with my own personal rankings on the side. And then, maybe once I get through like the top 100, top 125, I'll make a brief video just to kind of quickly walk through those rankings. I think if you've watched all the videos up to this point, you're going to have a pretty good idea of why I rank certain players at certain positions. So I think if I just release a list, if you guys are interested in looking through that, maybe you'll find that beneficial. It's just a little faster for me to kind of go through it on my own without kind of, explaining it, making the video and doing all that. So I'm going to round out with the top 75 hitters, and then I'll go through the rest, and I'll make highlight hitting videos with some sleepers just to throw some out there. Danny Santana, big fan of him. Kyle Tucker, a big fan of Kyle Tucker if he can get some regular playing time this season. But I'll do some deep dives with them later on if I have some time after getting through some starting pitching as well. So, all right, let's just jump right in. We got Moustakas, Conforto, Sanchez, Hoskins, and Mercado. Okay, I'm actually kind of excited. I think that this batch of 5 is better than the 5 that we had in the previous video. So right now our lowest ranked players currently are Mancini and Tim Anderson. Moustakas, I have a lot of respect for Mike Moustakas. I think he's an excellent player in real life and in fantasy. I think he's going to be kind of ranked fairly high compared to here, because right here he should be about 71. I think we're going to put him a little higher. So he's had some up and down seasons as far as OPS. Pretty consistent with the home run and counting stats like RBIs. Batting average, decent, okay, and no speed. Doesn't strike out, 16%, 17%. Very good, all right. Doesn't walk a ton, but really good WOBA. BABIP's way below average, and, that's kind of concerning. Like, why is that the case? Maybe he hits a lot of fly balls and turn into outs. I don't know. So we just keep going along here. Home run to fly ball, very good. Some seasons 18%, some seasons 12%, but he hits a lot of fly balls, 45+%. I like to see those combinations over 40% hard hit for 2 seasons in a row. That bodes well for him as well. But here it is, the zone contact, career 88% zone contact, career over 80% overall contact, and does chase a decent amount, but hits 60%. It's nearly 70% of the balls out of the zone that he swings at. So, all those numbers I love so far. And then you look at this expected WOBA, mid 300s is good. He's got the launch angle, okay? He's going to be hitting the ball in the air. Respectable, decent exit velo, and he barrels it a decent amount, okay? Actually, why didn't we compare him with Conforto here? Look at this. Barreling about the same amount. Exit velo, Moustakas has got the upper hand there. Launch angle, both of them figured it out. Moustakas has the upper hand there. Expected WOBA, see, that's where it kind of gets a little tricky now, because maybe Conforto's WOBA is a little bit better. But when you compare overall contact, Moustakas has Conforto beat. But the two of them, just looking at those stats, I'm going to have Moustakas over Conforto 1,000% of the time. More fly balls for Moustakas. Better ISO for Moustakas. So where does Moustakas fit into our realm here? We're going to be assuming like at least 30 home runs, 80 runs, 80 RBIs. Where is that going to go? Let's take a look. I would take him over Correa, VR. He's like a Soler type player, maybe. A Laureano Soler. Okay. So let's get both of those guys up here. Let's get Jorge Soler and let's get Laureano. Ramon. Cool, perfect. So remember, plate appearances last season. Okay, about 100 apiece for each of them. So Soler had the most by 100, Moustakas 100 less, and Laureano 100 even less than Moustakas. So, I mean, you add 100 plate appearances for Laureano, he could match what Moustakas did as far as like runs, maybe RBIs. I don't know about the home run production though, but the OPS is there. You know, Moustakas has the best contact rate out of these three guys at the top. You know, terrible BABIP though. Terrible BABIP. So, you know, he has a high contact rate, but when he puts the ball in play, is it like solid contact that he's getting hits off of? No, it's not all the time. You know, as far as hard hit, Soler is off the chart. I would take Soler over Moustakas. Do I have Soler over Laureano? I should. Yeah, I do. So basically, I think this is going to come down to Moustakas versus Laureano. Moustakas, more fly balls. Laureano, higher home run to fly ball. The zone contact. Laureano, no slouch there. I think maybe we'll leave it up to StatCast. StatCast, Laureano's looking good there. Launch angle, they both got it. Moustakas has been around the block a little more. Maybe you like that second base, third base positional eligibility. Moustakas, maybe that puts him over Laureano for you. Exit velo, there's going to be the same. Decent barrels, both of them. You know, this is tough. I think that they're two fairly evenly matched out players. Moustakas slightly better contact rate. I know Laureano with less soft contact. I can see them ending the season fairly similar to each other in overall stats, but I think Laureano has stolen bases. Yes, Laureano can get you like 10 stolen bases. Maybe that bumps him up over Moustakas, even though Moustakas, I do enjoy players with high contact. Laureano with lower contact, but higher BABIP. So I think I put Laureano over Moustakas, and then that's just kind of where those fall. Bo Bichette. Yeah, I mean, I respect Moustakas' high contact rate. He's been doing it for forever. I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. You know, that revamped Cincinnati lineup, it's going to be interesting to watch. It'll be a fun team to watch play. You know, Joey Votto, Nick Castellanos, Moustakas. So, looking forward to that, actually. Okay, so that is player numero uno. Conforto, definitely under Moustakas, but we got to see where he kind of fits in now. You know, low BABIP again. Swoba, not great contact. You know, hard hit is going to be mid-30s. I mean, this is not great. I don't get excited about Michael Conforto. Yes. We look at the counting stats. Oh my gosh, he's going to hit 30 home runs. He's going to do 90 runs, 90s RBIs. Yeah, I see that, but I don't like the peripheral stats. I don't like the sustainability. I mean, he doesn't walk. He'll get on base. It helps with the OPS. We look at the StatCast. You know, expected WOBA is pretty good, like mid-300s or more. Like, that's not bad. He's got the launch angle. I'm not thrilled about this exit velo. I mean, he's like a Castellanos maybe type. You know, that's kind of where I get a feeling for him. So let me go ahead and put Nicholas Castellanos here. I mean, that just kind of seems like it's going to fit. You know, launch angle, Conforto, Castellanos, similar overall launch angles. Castellanos actually a little better. I mean, for exit velo. Castellanos barrels it a little more. Expected WOBA, Castellanos is going to outperform. So maybe he's worse than Castellanos. Worse in the contact. I forgot Castellanos has actually pretty good zone contact. Mid-800s, upper 800s. Better than Conforto. Hits the ball hard. Okay, so Conforto's not even in the same league as Castellanos. So Luis Robert, do I take a chance on the rookie? Or am I going to pick someone who's going to give me 30 home runs? That's tough because then you got Robles who can do like 15 home runs, maybe 30 stolen bases. I don't know. Benintendi. Would I rather have Benintendi than Conforto? That's a good question. Maybe, because remember, Benintendi's batting first in the Boston lineup with Evers and Bogarts and JD Martinez behind him. Very disappointing last season, but Conforto, you got to think, is he staying healthy? Is he playing every day? Benintendi is. I think Benintendi's more of a sure thing to like put up numbers. You get the power with Conforto. Benintendi, if you tell me he's going to get 15 stolen bases for sure, maybe I put him over. The Babbitts, better for Benintendi. I mean, it depends if you think he's going to bounce back or not. Benintendi, hit the ball. See, I don't know. If you look at the career stats, Conforto's going to hit the ball harder than Benintendi. Zone contact. Benintendi took a step back. I think he's going to come back. I think Benintendi bounces back a bit this year. Both good launch angles. Similar exit velos. This is tough. Where's Conforto in New York's lineup? That's going to matter to me. I don't like that. I like Benintendi over Conforto. So if I do that, then Conforto's left here. I guess so. I mean, I put Robert and Robles, who I think are very similar to each other, over Benintendi just for like the guaranteed speed and like decent pop. I guess so. And then Conforto and Benintendi are similar, but I think I would rather have Benintendi hitting leadoff for the Red Sox than Conforto. That's just the way it lies. Okay. Gary Sanchez, the number one catcher. Actually, is he the number one catcher? Would I rank him over JT Realmuto? JT still has catcher, right? Yeah. He's only catcher this year. Does JT really belong up there? He has really good contact. Let's just take a look at Gary's numbers here. So Gary in a season, let's just put JT up here just so we can compare. There. JT. JT with that durability. See, that's very, very good for catchers. Consistently over 500 plate appearances. I mean, you're getting Gary for the power upside. Realmuto's definitely a way better player than Sanchez. The ISO, though, off the charts with Sanchez. Pretty decent Woba. Injured in 2018 a lot. Lots of fly balls. Big home run to fly ball. He's going to hit over 40% hard hit. That's excellent. Pretty decent contact, mid 800s for zone contact. Expected Woba, very good. Launch angles there. So he's a bopper, over 90 miles per hour. He's a guy that's going to hit the ball hard. If he gets you a full catcher length season, like 500, 550 plate appearances, you're going to see 35, 40 home runs from him. You can't say that for a lot of these guys. But these guys, it just depends, how you feel about catchers and not catchers. Honestly, with his raw ability, just from the StatCast numbers, 90 mile per hour exit velo, awesome launch angle, awesome xWOBA. Like, he's a guy, decent zone contact. He's a guy that I think would rank, like, just based on the home run potential alone, I'd put him under Soler because he's not playing every day. I mean, honestly, he might be like near Laureano Moustakas. Like, I might have him over Laureano. Oh, Laureano's already up here. I mean, Laureano's got the better zone contact. Decent xWOBA, launch angles there. But then you got like that Yankee lineup. If if Sanchez is like in the top 4 of the lineup for Yankees, like projected most of the time, then I think I put him over Laureano just for that, but not over Soler. I don't think, especially with the injury history. You know, they have him at like 5th. You know, hitting at Yankee Stadium, he's gonna have a really good season. That exit velo is legit. He is for real. I will put him over Laureano, sure. Why not? That's pretty high up. That's like very high up, but I think he's worth it. Gary Sanchez, I'm a big, big fan. But if you're going to draft him, make sure you are aware it's for a catcher. He's not going to play every day. But the days that he does play, he's going to contribute in a big way. So that puts him slightly below some of these other big-time power guys, Gallo, Bell. You know, Muncy, Donaldson obviously are going to be better than him. Okay. So I'm happy with that. So where did he end up? He ended up at like 58. I want to see, based on any of the experts have him that high. Up to 52. Okay, so I'm like towards the high end on him as far as rankings go. All right, 2 more. Let's do Hoskins. Okay, Hoskins is a very good player. Like, but for fantasy, he just can't be consistent enough for me. Look at 2018, awesome season. 89, 96, 34, 850 OPS. Really, really came out onto the scene there. Like, very awesome season. And then came out last year and had just some very bad streaks of baseball. Very big slumps. Was not a fan of it. He's a guy that's going to walk a lot. Strikes out a decent amount. Good WOBA. Babbitt's down. Let's see. ISO. Very good ISO. Hard hit 46%, overall 41. You know, that's better than Sanchez's career. Over 40% is excellent for hard hit. Really good zone contact, upper 80s for career. What's the problem? Look at this, 87, 88%. Last year, really down with that zone contact. Overall contact, pretty good. X-WOBA, good. How many batted ball events? That first year, you only had 126 batted ball events, so really can't use those numbers. Small sample size. Exit velo, not elite, like 89 miles per hour. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I don't get as excited about him as I used to. I thought last year he was going to have a really good season again. I was high on him for a while, but then he started slumping, and I just could not stick with it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he puts up 90, 90, 30 this year, but, you know, I don't know if that's actually very likely. Would I take him over, I guess like a Castellanos. Let me compare him to Castellanos. You know, Castellanos, I think he had better. I don't know. Hoskins hits the ball harder. Same home run to fly ball. Way more home run or way more fly balls. 50% fly balls is ridiculous. 84 contact, but like career contact, Hoskins is better than Castellanos. Sure, I would take Hoskins over Castellanos. Sure. Castellanos with the X-WOBA consistently higher. Excellent launch angle for Hoskins. Exit velo. Yeah, sure. I would take Hoskins over Castellanos. Jeff McNeil. Now we got to get him back in the action. Decent launch angle. Exit velo. X-WOBA way up there. So he's got like the elite contact rate. Deep, but Hoskins hits the ball way harder. Let's see what else we got. Babbitt's way up there for McNeil. Better contact, better Babbitt. He's going to get on base. OPS monster for McNeil. Okay. I'm okay keeping McNeil over Hoskins, but I would take Hoskins over Castellanos, I think. Yeah. Let's just slide them down. Definitely not consistent enough to be considered with the power of like Sanchez, Soler, Bell, like this group here. I wouldn't even consider that for Hoskins. So yeah, well, he'll sit at 67. And then the last one for the hitter video here is Mercado. Broke onto the scene last year. 482 plate appearances, so really like 2/3 of a season, maybe a little more than 2/3 of a season. If we look at projected lineup for Cleveland, yeah, I got some good players there, right? Right. So let's see where he kind of fits in with the mix there. You got Ramirez, Lindor, Mercado's going to hit between Santana, Lindor with Jose Ramirez and Framil Reyes. Wow, Cleveland's lineup is sneaky good, sneaky top heavy at least. Um, okay, and then if we go ahead and take a look at Oscar Mercado, not a great future value. People were like really big on him, but not not great. That's like actually kind of like disappointing to see that now. But whatever. He performed excellent in his first season. Well, not excellent, but a lot of potential there. 15-15 in like 2/3 of a season. So that tells you he's a guy that can go 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases, could touch 100 runs. I don't know, like 75 RBIs, something like that. Doesn't strike out very much. Jeff McNeil, high contact, low strikeout. McNeil's a little better than Mercado in that instance. It's hard because Mercado doesn't even have a full season, full sample size. Really compare to, I would say McNeil so far is looking like a better player than Mercado. Hard hit. Mercado hits the ball a little harder, more soft contact though for Mercado. The zone contact, this is elite. Is he going to be able to keep that up? I don't know. McNeil is also elite. McNeil also chases, but he also hits 70% of the out of zone. His overall contact's amazing. That's just incredible. So actually, Mercado, I don't know if I can take him over. I definitely can't take him over McNeil. So let's just take a look now. McNeil, he's pretty high up. I wouldn't take him over Hoskins. I wouldn't take Mercado over Castellanos. Luis Robert, Victor Robles. Now that's an interesting comparison. Let's get Victor Robles up here. We've compared him before, Victor Robles and Luis Robert, as pretty similar players. I would say that as far as like in my own mind, projections are going to project to be fairly similar. But look at this, Robles to Mercado. Barrels, similar. Exit velo, Mercado's going to have Robles be with the exit velo. That's just, Robles does not hit the ball hard. I hope he learns. I hope Juan Soto can teach him a couple things. But the contact's there. Mercado maybe a little better contact. Mercado maybe, I don't want to say a better lineup, maybe a better position though. Position in the lineup. Hits a little less, hits the ball a little harder. I mean, Mercado, there's a season almost 40% hard hit. I'd like to see that. Strikes out less than Robles. Maybe it won't have as many stolen bases, but who knows? Who knows? I like Mercado better than Robles. I do. Would I take him over Robert? I guess so. But I wouldn't take him over Castellanos. Castellanos has consistent, like, very good numbers. So, yeah, I think so. I think I would keep Oscar Robert. Mercado. All right, so there you go. There's our top 75. You know what? I'm going to keep going through my hitter rankings. I'll make a video maybe once I hit the top 100 and just briefly summarize it. But by now, you guys should have a pretty good idea of how I go through the stats, what I think is important, kind of my process. So hopefully that it's been helping you guys out and will continue to help you guys out as you prepare for your drafts. So some of my next videos are going to be starting pitcher rankings. I'm going to try to get through like the top 50 starting pitchers. And usually when I draft, I try to hit those. I try to get at least like 4 of my starting pitchers in there and then grab a couple later on as like flyers. I like to have like 4 solid starting pitchers. So if you look let's just look real quick, just a little preview. Maybe I'll talk about this again in the pitcher one. You look at this, so like the top 50 pitchers I don't know if these are starting pitchers. there we go. Top 50 starting pitchers that they have. As far as ADP, it's going to reach down to like 154, maybe like I don't know. Overall, like 167-ish, 170. So that's like the 18th round. So I think by then I should definitely have all my like main starting pitchers, and I'm picking up flyers after that. So I think if I can get through the first 50 starting pitchers, at least in my rankings, some of these guys I might have higher up. But yeah, that's going to be the next video. We're going to start doing starting pitchers. And we'll keep moving on, get prepping, getting ready for the season. So see you guys then.